smoke crack, motherfucker, sell it.
Welcome back, y'all. This is the Miscellaneous Minds Podcast. I'm your host, Jesus Dinero, here with my co-host,
Puma El Gato.
What do we got tonight, my man?
We are talking about UFC 313. More specifically, the main event between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Periera for the light heavyweight title. Let's talk about it.
Listen, my man, this fight actually just got announced over the weekend. It got announced on 3/11 during the fight. I'm sorry. Basically letting everybody know that was going to happen. And listen, this is the fight that a lot of people have been asking for. Everyone's been saying, hey, Alex Periera has only been going up against strikers, which is obviously his forte. You know, let him get in there with the number one, who is a wrestler. Now, we've all seen a number of different videos. Actually, very recently, I believe I saw one just yesterday, of Alex Periera practicing his wrestling defense, his takedown defense, which is definitely something he's going to need to do if he wants to stay ahead of the game with Ankalaev. Now, Ankalaev said something interesting, which if he does it, it's foolish, but I actually don't think he's going to do it. Ankalaev said that he's actually going to keep it on the feet, which I wouldn't take him at his word. I wouldn't take him at his word. To give up the entirety of what Ankalaev have, which is the wrestling game, I think would be foolish, especially to go toe-to-toe with the man that is known for his striking. But listen, Ankalaev is definitely bullheaded. Ankalaev he's a great wrestler. He's a great wrestler, but he's bullheaded like a motherfucker. And I think that might be part of his downfall. If he really does decide to keep it on his feet, I think it's foolish of him. I think it would be smart for him to go with his forte of wrestling. Because even though, yes, Alex Periera has been practicing wrestling, practicing his takedown defense, all that good stuff, how much can you really learn? And in a short time span. And apart from how much can you really learn, can you really put what you learn in, 2-3 months up against someone that has been basically doing it their entire lives? Probably not, but listen, it's going to be an interesting fight. You can't say the man doesn't take on good fights, man. You can't say Alex Periera doesn't face whoever. And listen, if he beats this man, the amount of stardom that Alex Periera is going to get from beating not just a wrestler, but a good wrestler, he's going to skyrocket his already shooting star of a career. It's going to be an interesting fight. As we get closer to the fight, we'll give you a little bit better and more in-depth analysis. We just wanted to give you guys their initial thoughts. But tell me, man, what do you think about this one?
I would have put it at least a little bit more towards Ankalaev if I didn't hear the fact that he was looking to take away his own best offense that he had against Alex Periera, just for pride, just to be able to say that I am beating currently the best striker in the light heavyweight division and trying to beat him in his own game when your best asset is wrestling and grappling, which even Alex Periera said, yeah, I'm looking to brush up on it. But it's like, Ankalaev, again, has a big anchor in his corner. One giant thing that could absolutely best Alex Periera, the hardest man that's in the UFC right now, especially when it comes to striking performance, and you're looking to beat him in his own game. How many times have we actually seen people that were like, okay, my best asset's actually in wrestling, or my best asset is in striking, but I'm going to try and take them down, or try and basically use whatever I don't have strongest in my offense to compete against the absolute best in their absolute key attribute and try and beat them with their own game when mine isn't exactly that well polished. Again, the biggest one that we've seen is Ronda Rousey not using her judo against a kickboxer in Holly Holm and actually trying to get her in striking, and look what happened. Now, granted, again, Alex Periera is at the top of his game right now. Again, most of his opponents that he's beaten in the last last 5 fights, he's actually won for striking. Ankalaev, I don't want to say that they weren't great victories, but it's been kind of spotty just because it's his scheduling for some of his fights had to be canceled because he for whatever reason he couldn't reach a deal, or I think in his third last fight, so his third fights prior, was actually overturned because of an accidental illegal knee. So some of his wins and even some of his scheduling of fights have been spotty at best. If he wants to absolutely take on Alex Periera, again, the best thing that he can do for him is legit start working on that wrestling and start trying to take him down. The best thing that you can do for this right now is to not meet Alex Periera on the feet. You want to take him off of his feet. The fact that Ankalaev is looking to take that away from himself, I'm not really not seeing a good fight for Magomed Ankalaev.
Yeah, man. I think it's foolish. Again, I think he's just talking a little bit. I don't think he's actually going to do it. But again, it's his words. So we'll definitely see how it goes. It'll be interesting if he does try to keep it on the feet. He might try to keep it on the feet, but I think after a little bit, he's going to see that he's outmatched. And I think at that point is when he's going to go and try and take him down. And listen, man, we've all seen the embarrassment of a wrestling that both him and Izzy tried to pull on each other for the limited amount of time that they tried. It was not a good look for either one of them. So that being said, I really do hope that Alex Pereira has some top tier dudes that he's getting that takedown defense in with, because if he doesn't, it's going to be a long, difficult, tough night for Alex Pereira. And hopefully you don't want to see him cut off at the knees when he's rising at such a quick pace. But listen, Ankalaev is number one. Ankalaev deserves this shot. So it's going to be a great fight no matter what. Like I said before, as we get closer to the fight, we'll give you a little bit more in-depth analysis. We just wanted to touch on it real briefly since it just got announced. And it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting fight to watch. Very, very exciting fight to watch. It's always a good fight when you watch Alex Pereira. So we'll definitely be tuning in for that one, and we'll see how it goes. Anything else you want to add to that, my man?
That's it out of me.
And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
Until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one.